And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So, however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered in multiple ways. Alrighty, today is a big old Wednesday, our favorite day of the week here at Takes by Fans, our Wednesday film study, folks. Now that week 3 is kind of officially in the books, we'll take one last final look at some of the interesting narratives that are kind of out there that we've kind of been setting up as well. Explore them a little bit more and truly get a great sense of what was going around in the league come last week to get us ready for tomorrow's show, where we officially start talking about week 4, predicting and reacting to the week 4 line. So some games we're going to be taking a look at today are Titans, Colts, Chargers, Chiefs, Bears, Browns, Steelers, Bengals, Cardinals, Jags, Bills, Wahsington, Jets, Broncos, and we got the Ravens, Lions. And what else we got? We got that too? We got one more game? And then we've got Rams Bucs as well to look at as well. I mean, how can we not look at Matthew Stafford? I mean, come on, folks. That's our number one team in the league. And genius offensive coordinator Sean McVay, head coach, and Matthew Stafford slinging around the ball. So, of course, we got to keep tabs on that. So, we're going to get to all those games, looking at a couple of players, couple of plays through those games, and seeing what we see and what last week showed us, why we should be buying some teams and why we should be selling some teams as well. But before we get into any of that, folks, what have we been saying here on the show? That we hate that the Giants are getting out to such a slow start here, but it dawned on us, folks. We know what is wrong officially with the Giants, and we have the solution that we can fix and make this Giants team finally get it going on offense and being competitive in that NFC East. So, folks, are y'all ready to hear the solution of what was causing the curse that was making this Giants team get off to a slow start? It was Saquon Barkley's canvas behind us, folks. We're kind of blocking him during the show. We all see King Henry right here in full view, Aaron Turtle Rodgers in full view, but we kind of block the beefy leg of Saquon Barkley when we do the show. So we're going to switch these canvases around, move Saquon Barkley to the middle, and hopefully that can jumpstart that offense, jumpstart Saquon Barkley, so that this Giants team can be competitive in this division, and we can start rooting and betting on and getting behind this Giants team. So let's move this canvas, and hopefully this gives some good luck and springs this Giants offense into something that we really know it should be, what it could be on paper. This should be an explosive offense, but it has not shown that through 3 games. So let's switch these canvases around a little bit. Alrighty, so now we got Saquon Barkley in full view. Now look at that beefy leg finally able to be seen. Unfortunately for Turtle Rodgers, he gets blocked out a little bit. So we'll see if this changes anything. Hopefully we can give a little bit of good luck to this Giants team, because the Packers have gone 2-1. And they've been in main view, so we'll see if this changes anything. Saquon Barkley, welcome to the middle panel of our canvas wall. Alrighty, folks, now let's jump right into our film study. And the first game that we are going to head over to is the Titans and the Colts. And, this Colts team, unfortunately, getting out to a very, very rough start here, 0-3, not great. And Carson Wentz is looking good out there. He's looking all right. But just unfortunately, something is not good here with this offense. They're not putting up the points. They're losing every single game, obviously, the 0-3 start. So we know that no T.Y. Hilton for the first couple of games here. Hopefully, he can be here potentially next week, maybe week 5, so we'll keep an eye on his status. But we really needed Michael Pittman Jr. to really get it going and set the tempo and be that true A1 tier 1 wide receiver that this Colts team is kind of missing. We've seen what this Colts team has been doing over the last 3 weeks, and their running game is really solid. Unfortunately, now Marlon Mack is going to request a trade because they're not going to utilize him anymore. He was just inactive for this Titans game. The Colts feel good with rocking with Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines, so they're like, yeah, Marlon Mack, yeah, you can get out of here. We can trade you, no big deal. So now the Colts, we've been talking about them this entire offseason of having 3 great backs. But now only going to get cut down to 2. So now we're definitely going to need Michael Pittman Jr. to really step it up here. And unfortunately in this game, how many drops did he have, or just incomplete passes? He was targeted 12 times, and that's exactly what needs to be done since he should be the number 1 wide receiver because T.Y. Hilton is out. But he only had 6 receptions. That's 6 drops, 6 incomplete passes when he's targeting Michael Pittman Jr. So let's watch all of these drops here, incomplete passes. Are they on Michael Pittman Jr. or are they on Carson Wentz? Is Carson Wentz being a good quarterback out here for the Colts, and just the overall production of the weapons for this Colts team are not getting it done, and that's why they're 0-3? Or is it because Carson Wentz is throwing inaccurate passes all over the field, and his receivers can't catch him, and that results into not sustaining drives, and that results into not putting up the points, and they are 0-3? So something is amiss here, and we're going to decide if it's Michael Pittman Jr. or if it's Carson Wentz, because either way you slice it, it's kind of overall disappointing right here. The first 3 games here really was expecting Michael Pittman Jr. to really explode onto the scene this season. He was primed and set up to have real great success. Like we just said, no T.Y. Hilton for the first couple of games because he is an IR. So he should be coming back, like we said, relatively soon, and they definitely need it now, down 0-3. But a little disappointed that Michael Pittman Jr. was not exploding and really proving, hey, I'm at least a tier 1 wide receiver in this league. I don't know if he would have emerged as an A1 tier 1 wide receiver like a DeAndre Hopkins or a Stephon Diggs, anything like that. But this is not getting it done. No touchdowns in this game. Carson Wentz really should be targeting him 18 to 20 times a game, and we would have hoped, if he's getting 18 to 20 targets, that he would have 15 to 20 catches. So let's explore all of these incompletions here when he's targeting Michael Pittman Jr. We got all the plays queued up. So let's roll the tape. So here we go. First drop or incomplete pass here when targeting Michael Pittman Jr. comes when they're down 7-0, and it's 3rd and 10 in the first quarter. So you go to Michael Pittman Jr. on this pass. If he picks up the first down, keeps the drive moving, potentially tying up this game at 7-7. But let's see. Was it Michael Pittman Jr. dropping the ball or Carson Wentz incomplete? Let's see. Here we go. 3rd and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Carson Wentz dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Goes over the middle, and then Michael Pittman Jr. over the middle and just can't hang on to the ball. And this is a real big drop. Carson Wentz got the ball there to the first down marker. Michael Pittman Jr. had his hands on this ball. Look at all that separation, and he can't come down with it. Come on, Michael Pittman Jr. You're way better than this. That's right in your hands, and that is a complete 100% drop. He got open. He got the separation he needed. Got the ball right in his hands, and then just ended up dropping it when he got kind of hit by the defender coming down to the ground. So that is really inexcusable. That would have continued this drive. Now they're still down 7-0 because of that big drop. Come on, Michael Pittman Jr. You can't be doing that. Truly unfortunate. Now, lucky for this Colts team, the following Titans possession, Ryan Tannehill throws an interception, and the Colts are able to go down and score a touchdown to make it 7-7. But what if that didn't happen? Michael Pittman Jr., you cannot drop that ball. So one of the 6 incompletions is definitely on Michael Pittman Jr. 100%. That's a real ugly drop. Early in the game on the road, you can't be making those mistakes. Alrighty, next drop or incompletion right here. The Colts down again, 14-10, 9:57 in the third quarter left, and they are driving in the Titans territory. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the Titans 35-yard line. Michael Pittman Jr. in motion, and that is a wildly inaccurate ball there by Carson Wentz, way too high, and they end up just throwing the ball away. So that one is on Carson Wentz. Let's go to the next one. This is on the same drive now. Still down 14-10, but now they're in the red zone. Did Carson Wentz just target Michael Pittman Jr. in the end zone to take the lead here in the second half of this game, and he did not complete this ball? Oh boy, I don't want to watch this one. Michael Pittman Jr., you better not have dropped this one. So here we go. Colts from the Titans 80-yard line. Carson Wentz, play action, throws over the middle, and there it is. Michael Pittman Jr. right through this man's hands. Come on, this would have taken the lead right here, man. You would have been up 17-14. Let's watch this one more time here. Oh man, is this on Carson Wentz or is this a drop? It's just, oh man, that's by Carson Wentz. He has to shore up that accuracy in the red zone. Just off the mark right here. Michael Pittman Jr. full extension. Unfortunately, the ball just going off the fingertips, and there's really, I don't really think we should really put this on Michael Pittman to catch this ball. Obviously, we would have loved for him to catch this ball, but it's not even in both fingertips. I think this ball is a little inaccurate down here. So Carson Wentz really needs to step up, especially when you're down, especially when you're on the road, especially when you're going against a division opponent and you're down in the second half. You have to be pinpoint accurate here in the end zone, in the red zone, and that is just not 100% accurate there by Carson Wentz. Now, when they were down in the red zone, that incomplete pass, obviously, and they have to settle for a field goal, folks. They have to settle for a field goal because Carson Wentz was not 100% accurate in the red zone, and Michael Pittman Jr. didn't make a spectacular, full extension catch. We know Michael Pittman Jr. 6'3", 6'4", big, tall weapon out there, and the ball was still out of the range of his outstretched hand. So real big miss there by this Colts team, and they have to settle for a field goal. They have to settle by still being down. So now let's go to Michael Pittman Jr.'s next drop or incompletion. The Colts are still only down 1 point here. Another opportunity to take the lead and try and beat this Titans team. So here we go. A minute left in the third quarter. They're down 14-13, 1 point, and they're at their own 32-yard line. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Let's see what he does here with Michael Pittman Jr. All right, here we go. Drops back to pass, tries to sling it in there, and it was tipped right at the line of scrimmage. So not really on anybody right there, just an unfortunate ball. And then we got one more. We got one more, two more. We got two more. All right. Next drop. All right. Now they're down 9 points, 13-22 in the fourth quarter. Obviously, it's a 2-possession game, have to score twice, and they are trying to drive right here just across midfield at the Titans' 47-yard line. So here we go. Carson Wentz, 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, down 9, 1st and 10. Let's see what he does here. Drops back to pass. Airs it out, and then this is just way inaccurate, way too much outside. That's not where Michael Pittman Jr. was, so miscommunication here. Really kind of seemed like it was just a bad throw by Carson Wentz. Michael Pittman went way more inside than Carson Wentz thought he was going to play the boundary a little bit more, and that's a way incomplete, non-catchable ball there by Michael Pittman Jr. So the fact that their chemistry and repetition and rhythm aren't 100% on the mark, it's like, what have we been doing out here? I mean, we're in week 3 here. You were down 0-2 coming into this game, and the urgency and the 100%, everybody on the same page is just not here in this game. Bad throws by Carson Wentz, bad drops by Michael Pittman Jr., miscommunication right here. This should be your main man. This should be 100% honed in. This should be looking like, Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams. This is what that should quarterback to wide receiver combo should be looking like here, but it's not. We don't get that. Instead, we get Michael Pittman Jr. led his team in receiving yards with only 68, 6 catches for 68 yards and no touchdown. That's not what we need to see out of this Colts team. We need them to start slinging this ball around a little bit more to get this offense out to a hot start so they can be competitive in these games. All right, we get one more drop incompletion here by Michael Pittman Jr. This time, a minute left in the fourth quarter. Game over at this point. They're down 9 points, 2 possessions, a minute left. There's no way you win this game. But let's just see, did they give up in this game? I'm sure y'all have heard the articles in the who was it? Tyler Boyd of the Bengals said, oh, the Steelers gave up at the end of the game, that they were dropping all the passes. And then Mike Tomlin comes out. He's like, yeah, I don't care what Tyler Boyd says. So, we see, some players, some teams maybe giving up in the end. Did this Colts team give up with a minute left? You really can't give up down, being 0-3 heading into next week. You need to build some momentum right here. And the last pass to Michael Pittman Jr. is a drop. That's not building that kind of, that greatness that needs to be there to carry it over to next game. So let's see the final drop here by Michael Pittman Jr. Is it on Wentz? Is it on him? Let's see what we get here. So here we go, 3rd and 7, a minute left in the game. They're at the Titans 35-yard line, so you could score here, get an onside kick, score again. You could. It's probably not going to happen, but it could happen. So let's see. This pass right here, they take a timeout, so got to skip a little bit right here, and we're back. Here we go, 3rd and 7. Drops back to pass. Going deep, Michael Pittman Jr. one-on-one, and man, oh man, this ball was right on him. Come on. You have to go up and catch the ball with your hand, and this is going to be something that we're going to be watching throughout the entire day, folks, because there's a couple other wide receivers that did the exact same thing Michael Pittman Jr. did right here, and it bugged me the entire day watching football because I was seeing it through the 1s and the 4s in the late game. But here we go. Go up and catch this ball. Don't let this ball come to you. You have to go and attack this ball. Michael Pittman Jr. lets this ball come to him, and he doesn't go up and try to catch this ball. He misses the ball too, and then it bounces off the defender's helmet, and he doesn't catch the ball. So not great concentration there by Michael Pittman Jr. You see the clear size advantage that he has. He should be able to go up and catch this ball over him, but he just mistracks it, man. You have to go up and get that ball, and at this point we have a chance at an onside kick. It probably won't be complete, but we have a little bit of hope. We have one more play that if we execute, we get the ball back, which in turn we could potentially go down and win this game. Michael Pittman Jr. floundering out here in this game when we needed him to be on his A1 Tier 1 game for the first 3 games to prove that he can be that number 1 wide receiver on this team, but he didn't prove that. So kind of a flounder job out here by Pittman Jr. Unfortunate, man. We need him to step up. We need him to step up without T.Y. Hilton. And he didn't do that, and now the Colts are 0-3 to start the season. So real disappointed. We were expecting big things out of him this season. Was really anticipating him to really emerge onto the scene as one of the top tier wide receivers in this league, and we get drops here. Not concentrating, not pulling off some big time catches here when your team is down, not truly kind of, coming out onto the scene and saying, hey, I'm actually a superstar right here. There's everybody, there's a lot of just regular players here in the NFL. There's not a lot of superstars. I want to be one of those superstars, and I'm going to prove it here. My team's struggling a little bit offensively, and I'm going to be the main difference, the sole reason why we pull off these wins, and he just didn't do that. So a little disappointed in Michael Pittman, and hopefully he can kind of start to clean it up as the season progresses. I believe the Colts have one of the most easiest remaining schedules left, which is good because they're 0-3. But man, oh man, Michael Pittman, please emerge onto the scene, continue to get better. We're rooting for you. We're here rooting for you. Alrighty, so that was Titans-Colts. All right, next game up I want to take a quick look at is Chargers and the Chiefs, and we know what Patrick Mahomes does. Unfortunate, the interceptions, the turnovers, they still only lose by 6 points. That's what the Chiefs are. The big plays, we know Patrick Mahomes, but we have to kind of shout out Justin Herbert a little bit. I mean, he goes on the road and beats Patrick Mahomes, throwing 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, kind of a flawless game by him, getting it done in the clutch as well to kind of take that final touchdown and force the Chiefs to to go the entire length of the field and score a touchdown. So that's what we're going to do here in our film study for this game. We're just going to watch Justin Herbert's best throws from his 4-touchdown day, baby. Let's celebrate the greatness that is Justin Herbert. He's such a great quarterback already and continuing to get better. And then he just had a big time win here against this Chiefs team. So Justin Herbert, let's see what you were doing here that led to you dominating this Chiefs team, outperforming Patrick Mahomes. Did he outperform Patrick Mahomes? Well, Patrick Mahomes threw 2 interceptions. Justin Herbert didn't. And Justin Herbert threw 281 yards. Patrick Mahomes only threw 260. So Herb, year 2 quarterback, outperforming little old Super Bowl MVP, 2-time Super Bowl participant Patty Mahomes. We're all about it. So here we go. Let's see what Justin Herbert is up to in this game. All right, here we go. A swing pass. All right, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see a swing pass to Austin Eckler on 3rd and 9 that didn't even pick up the first down. I want to see the tugs. I want to see the big plays. Here we go. 3rd and 3, picks up the first down. Let's see. Yes, sir. Swings it out to Austin Eckler. That picks up the first down. Great read there. Yes, sir. We'll take that. A nice clutch 3rd down ball to keep the drive moving. Will you love that as absolutely. 3rd and 11. He's going to take off and utilize his legs. Ooh, Justin, what are we doing here? Sliding a little short of the first down? That's not what you do. You're too big and beefy to be sliding like this. Come on, get in the game. Die for that first down. Sacrifice your body. This is 3rd and 11. Tie game against the Chiefs. You got to put your body on the line to win this game. All right, I'm not liking these highlights so far. What are we doing, NFL.com? These are highlights. All right, let's see what we get up next here. Here we go. Justin Herbert, play action pass, another dink off. Is this what we signed up for? No? Did you all just hear my intro leading up to these highlights? I was praising this man, hyping him up, and he's coming out here in these highlights and dinking and dunking and sliding yards short of the first down. All right, here we go. This is a good one right here. 3rd and 1. And now we get the QB sneak by the man. This is what we want to see. Here we go. 3rd and 1. QB sneak. Picks up the first down. Keeps the drive moving. And we know he can QB sneak. We saw him last year against the Raiders where he QB sneak and he won the game because of it. I believe in overtime, something like that. Right here, a slant. Picks up the first down on 2nd and 10. All right, but still a little bit of, dink and dunk game. I still want to see this man air it out. Here we go, 2nd and 7, close to the red zone, throwing on the run, and boom, finding the wide open target to get them inside the 10, picking up a 2nd and 7 for the first down. We'll take it. All right, now here we go. From the 4-yard line, Justin Herbert. Couple step drop, pump fake. Ooh, got a little flashy with the off balance, 1-footed throw. Everybody praises Patrick Mahomes for his great athleticism and great gift and his wonky throws, throwing off of 1 foot. Let's start doing the same thing with Justin Herbert right there. Getting it down into the end zone right there for the touchdown. Justin Herbert coming off of 2 interceptions in the red zone last week against the Cowboys. But he's cleaning it up here and throwing off 1 foot. Still accurate. Got to give him some credit there. Alrighty, now let's start seeing you air it out a little bit right here. All right, we can get a nice little look of him throwing on off of 1 foot. Look at that. Here we go, 2nd and 5 at midfield. Did we get a nice air out at some point? That's a little dink. It picked up the first down. Okay. A lot of check downs so far. A lot of dink and dunks. Not airing it out. Okay. Putting up points, sustaining drives, keeping the sticks moving. All right, another slant here on 1st and 10. We're really about to get no air outs here by Justin Herbert. It was all dink and dunk, but I guess that's kind of how you have to play if you want to beat the Chiefs. You have to play absolutely flawless. You cannot make even one mistake. I mean, we talked about it, when we broke down the game on Monday. I mean, we talked about all the turnovers that this Chiefs team had, and they still only lost by 6 points and still had the ball at the end of the game on the final drive to potentially win the game because, the Chargers field goal kicker or extra point kicker left the door open because he missed the extra point. So I guess, in hindsight, the Chargers literally did everything to perfection to squeeze out the win here on the road against the Chiefs. So I guess Justin Herbert was just kind of doing exactly what he needed to do, so we can't get too down on him. Not the best throw right here, a little bit too high, but when you got great wide receivers, we tell y'all all the time, trust those weapons, absolutely. Here we go, Justin Herbert back in the red zone. Another dink down. Oh, my God. And then he's able to take it all the way for the touchdown. Jeez. I did not, realize that Justin Herbert was just dinking and dunking this entire game. Damn. All right, Justin Herbert for the 2-point conversion. Here we go. 1-step drop back and then just fires it up high for the receiver to go and get it. And that's 2-point conversion, up 14-0. Real solid start here, putting up points, and that's all you can ask for when you're going against the Chiefs. Just take the lead, get the lead whenever you can. All right, another dink down. Oh, my goodness. We have gotten no throw here by Justin Herbert over like 7 yards. Everything else is 7 yards or less, and then a lot of yards after the catch. Justin Herbert, again, dinking and dunking. What the heck is going on here? Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, you've got great tall wide receivers. You can throw a little bit more dangerous passes. Another swing pass. I can't believe we're getting 6 straight minutes of this man just dinking and dunking. Oh my goodness. 3rd and 1. Play action pass. Here we go. Now we're taking a little bit of a shot there. You take the shot on 3rd and 1 to Brandon Cook. I mean, it's a good shot. I mean, I like it. Or Jared Cook right here, the tight end. Bingo, bango. Throwing a nice kind of jump ball right there, and he puts it right on the money. So 3rd and 1, he takes a shot. Okay. All right. I think he's got it a little wonky. Another dink down right there. Jeez. 2nd and 9 from the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Here we go. We going to get another dink? We getting a dink? A little bit of an out route, a little 6-yard out route. Nothing that great. He's putting it on the money. He's still accurate in this game. Put up 4 touchdowns. But, he wasn't taking any risk here. And, this was a performance coming off of a 2-interception game. Not trying to push it. Not trying to lose back-to-back games against solid teams right here. So, in the grand scheme of things, we're not really truly knocking Justin Herbert for the dinks and dunks. And then, here we go. Just a nice fade down the right sideline. Justin Herbert sees it kind of immediately and puts it right on the money. See, he took a shot when he had a shot. He's not trying to do too much right here. So, we give him credit. They were down 3 points at this time in the red zone, not trying to turn the ball over, just taking what the defense is giving you. So once again, we're seeing a lot of dink and dunks, but we're not going to knock Justin Herbert for that because it resulted in the win. Now, if it resulted in a loss and he wasn't moving the ball, then yeah, this was not a good performance because you were dinking and dunking when you couldn't afford to dink and dunk, and then he takes a shot when they were available. So far so good. Now down back 3 right here, 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Justin Herbert sprinting out to the left. Yes, sir. Firing downfield, keeping his eyes down the field right there. And he slings it for about 30 yards. Now moving the ball right here. Urgency's up a little bit more. Justin Herbert's taking that advantage a little bit more, taking the deeper shots a little bit more. And then here we go, stepping up in the pocket. And then he slides again. Justin Herbert, I mean, it's smart to slide, but, game's on the line. You got to be fighting for these yards. So, it is kind of a fine line when you're a dual threat kind of mobile quarterback. When do you take that shot? When do you not slide? Do you slide all the time? Are you kind of showing that you're giving up and not, sacrificing 100%? We talk about wide receivers having to truly sacrifice their body 100% when they go across the middle to attempt to catch the balls. And Justin Herbert kind of has to do the same thing here at the quarterback position. Prove to your team, hey, I'm the guy. But you also, like we said, have to play it safe a little bit because, if you go down, it's basically over at this point. So truly a fine line here between giving yourself up and trying to fight for every single yard. But Justin Herbert's about the safety here. So I guess we can't truly knock him. Oh, and what a great strike right here on 3rd and 2. A huge strike bullet here by Justin Herbert. And now we're getting the urgency here by Justin Herbert. So this is a truly great performance. We don't even care about all the dink and dunks because when it's time to truly prove what you're made of on 3rd and 2, you need to keep picking up these first downs. It's a tie game. You can't punt the ball in this situation. You must keep the pressure on this Chiefs team. He makes an amazing bullet pass right there. Woof, what a tight ass window, and he slings it, he guns it, he rips it right in there. That's a fantastic play by Justin Herbert. This man truly understands game situational awareness, and he pulls it out when he needs to. We're loving what we're seeing so far by Justin Herbert. Here we go. dumping it back down to his tight end, but that's exactly what they needed. Let's just get in field goal position. Let's just start bleeding some clock right here. And then he takes a shot right here, one-on-one matchup. A little underthrown, not the best thrown ball, but the way that the cornerback was playing it, he wasn't playing the ball. So Justin Herbert kind of gets away with one a little bit right here on a floater. At the end of the day, brings it inside the 5-yard line, down at the 3, and they're going to score the ball right here. All right, here we go. Last play. Justin Herbert to ice the game. Boom, jump ball. And once again, these are all rightly thrown kind of 50-50 balls. Definitely could be, a little bit higher. Still a chance that this is kind of intercepted if the defensive cornerback is playing a little bit tighter on it. But as a nice big, Mike Williams to go to, you throw it up and he'll go up and get it. So Justin Herbert utilizing his weapons, getting it done when he needs to in the big situations, the third downs, the ice the game, keep the chains moving, all of that. He got it done. So overall, Justin Herbert played the exact type of game needed to be played by the quarterback to come out of Arrowhead with a win. So overall, we tip our cap to him. Very well done by Jay Herb out here, going 26 of 38. 281 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, game-winning touchdown that we just saw right there. So well done by Justin Herbert. The dink and dunk, it was necessary, and then you started to sling it around when you needed to. Perfect performance by him, and he comes away beating one of the best teams, one of the most upper echelon teams that there is in the league. Chargers getting wins out here. You love to see it. Alrighty, next game up is Bears, Bengals, and of course we got to watch every single play from Justin Fields' rookie starting debut. No? Now we all know how it ended, nothing great, but let's see how it looked. We're going to get every single drop back. Now, these stats are very, very not good, and this is going to be a very, very not good highlight package. This is kind of a low light package. Justin Fields, 6 of 20 for 68 yards, so no deep throws, really any rarely completions, and we're going to see him kind of scrambling for his life. We know 9.5 sacks, so we'll see, was it the offensive line not giving him time? Did he buy too much time? Was he just not getting rid of the ball? Was the play calling garbage? I'm sure it was. It's Matt Nagy. He should be fired, but let's see what the film is telling us. So Justin Fields, not great debut out here. Let's see every single play. And then we're also going to highlight Kareem Hunt and OBJ as well, so stick around for that. But we got to get Justin Fields out of the way, so here we go. Every single play by this man. Let's see how unfortunate his day was. So here we go. First play. First official pass is a 2nd and 9. No time to throw right there. He takes off and he slides down about 2 yards short of the first down. But solid there. Alrighty, on 1st and 10, Justin Fields getting taken down, and that's one of the 9 sacks so far, folks. Here's number 1. Sack number 1. Here we go. Let's see how much time he has. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and that's really it. About 2 seconds to get rid of the ball, and not enough time, and he's going down. Sack 1. Unfortunate. All right, 3rd and 22. Can Justin Fields pick this up? He dinks it down. Exactly what you have to do in this situation. They're up 3-0, so not bad at this point of the game. Let's see what they do on the next drive. Tied game 3-3, 2nd and 9. Justin Fields, read option, and man, oh man, the sack is there. As soon as he's done with the kind of play action part of it, the defense is right there to bring him down, and that's a big hit. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, the rookie, getting the sack. Here we go, 3rd and 14, always playing behind the sticks right here. Justin Fields, time to throw, tries to step up in the pocket. Unfortunate, gets taken down by a sack out here. Unfortunate. Let's see, anywhere to go with this ball quickly. Everything seems to be covered, and that's, what we've been saying about this Bears team. They don't really have those true A1, Tier 1 wide receivers on this team, and, Justin Fields, a rookie. Rookie quarterbacks are not going to elevate Tier 2, mid-level Tier 2 wide receivers into really Tier 1 receivers that are needed to win games and be competitive. So, just unfortunate there, but still, tie game 3-3. First and 10, Justin Fields completes a nice pass there for about 7 yards. Promising start to this drive. Let's see if they can keep it up. First and 10, here we go. A little bit of a read option as well. Sprinting out of the pocket, trying to throw back on the sideline, and this is a good ball right here. Wow, well done. Throwing on the run, keeping his eyes down the field, and then hitting the comeback route on the left sideline, and I think it picks up the first down. That's a great ball right here. So when we're hearing that Matt Nagy is even thinking about not starting Justin Fields and starting Nick Foles, it's so wild of a thought. You can't protect Justin Fields because your line is trash. What is that all about? We know Justin Fields has the ability to make big plays. Obviously, you want to protect him and don't want him to get injured because, he is kind of your future here. But, if your offensive line isn't protecting him, then find offensive linemen that will rearrange the line, coach up your line. You can't just not play a quarterback and ruin his progress because the line doesn't want to step up. Matt Nagy, you don't not start Justin Fields because he can't make the plays. He can make the plays. He's just getting rushed and blitzed all the time. This line needs to be better. And hopefully Matt Nagy keeps starting Justin Fields so he keeps getting this good experience out here. Putting things on tape is good, but to not play Justin Fields because your line is so atrocious, you don't want to get him killed. I understand it, but at the same time, protecting quarterbacks, I don't think it's right to do in this league. I truly don't, but let's keep it up here with the highlights. Here we go. Another first and 10. A promising drive right here. Justin Fields, miscommunication right here and just skies this ball. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Still a tie game right here. Steps up in the pocket and just cannot find anywhere to go with this ball. Unfortunate. Let's keep it up here in the highlights. Let's keep going here. He had time to throw it on this down. Unfortunately, nothing truly open down the field as we were seeing. And he goes down kind of for a sack right at the line of scrimmage. So another sack there by Justin Fields. Alrighty, now first drive of the second half. They're down 10-3. Justin Fields fires in triple covered, and this is a really bad throw right here. Triple covered. This man is not even close to being open, and that's a real bad incompletion. And none of these receivers again are getting open. Another struggle here for this Bears team offensively. All right, here we go. Justin Fields. Once again, trying to hit this receiver over the middle of the field, but he is truly well covered, truly fully covered right here. No separation, so the offensive line not protecting him. The wide receivers not getting any separation, making it a really poor day for Justin Fields out here. So he has a bad offensive play caller, a bad head coach, and these receivers and offensive linemen are not doing him any favors. He gets brought down for another sack right here, and now they have to punt the ball again, but they're still in it. They are still in this game, only down 10 points right here, 8 minutes left in the third quarter. So you can get on a drive, score the ball, make it a 10-13 game, and we're right back in it. So, I don't want to see this Bears team giving up for the rest of these highlights, anything like that. And we still need to see potentially Justin Fields make some big plays himself. I know it sucks that your offensive line is not the greatest and your receivers, your weapons aren't the greatest, but still at the quarterback position, it does all kind of fall on you at the end of the day. You are the only one distributing the ball, calling the plays, all of that. So we still kind of needs to see something out of Justin Fields right here. So let's see if we get it here. All right, Justin Fields throwing on the run, and just once again, no separation. The defender's able to come over the back and swat the ball away. These receivers are getting absolutely locked up, and shout out to this Browns defense. We have this Browns team very high in our power rankings, and this is truly why the defense is great. The edge rushers that just brought down Justin Fields for another sack. The corners that are truly locking up these Bears receivers. Shout out to the Browns defense, one of the best in the league. Here we go, another play action pass here. Justin Fields off the mark, trying to dump it down to the tight end out of the backfield. They're still only down 10, folks. This is still a game. Still need to see Justin Fields try to make some plays, do whatever it takes to drive his team down the field. They have 2 passing yards. 2 passing yards. How much time left in this game? 5 minutes left in the third quarter, folks. And the Bears have a total of 2 passing yards, and they're only down 10 points. This is still a game. Let's get it together and drive the ball. But on 3rd and 10, we get a completion on 3rd and 10. This is perfect. Let's see. Let's watch this play one more time. Here we go. Justin Fields on 3rd and 10 goes to Allen Robinson on the left sideline, and there it is. 1st down. That's how you utilize your best wide receiver. How many targets did Allen Robinson have? He should have had like 20 this game. Allen Robinson only had 6. Definitely the most, but 4 to David Montgomery, 4 to Cole Kmet, 4 to Darnell Mooney, and those are still your other, top weapons here. But yeah, at this point, when everything's going wrong, you just go to Allen Robinson, your number one, like we tell Zach Wilson to do all the time. Just go to Corey Davis. When in doubt, go to Corey Davis. When in doubt here, you go to Allen Robinson. It picks up the 1st down. So, a potential for a drive now. A potential for a drive now at midfield. 1st and 10. Come on, Justin. The game's been trash up until this point, but you can get back on track. He hits David Montgomery for about 5 yards. Now we're starting to move the ball a little bit. Oh, they call incomplete pass on that. Damn. 2nd and 10, Justin Fields, quarterback keeper, and the Browns were not fooled by this. Look at the pursuit of this Browns defense. As soon as Justin Fields keeps this ball, they are all ready to attack this man. Holy moly. Very well coached defensive team here by the Browns. Oh my God, look at the hustle by that linebacker. Oh my God. Oh my God. Number 28, sheesh. Alrighty, the Bears end up getting the ball all the way down into the red zone. Here we go, 2nd and 5 from the Browns 7-yard line. What can Justin Fields do? Oh no, he tries to escape out of the pocket, and he ends up falling down, so it's going to go down as a sack right here. Kind of slips, and it was starting to potentially develop. That could have been a touchdown play right here. We get kind of 2 crossing routes that potentially were starting to develop. Potential Cole Kmet right here. Tight end coming all the way to this left sideline. Unfortunately, Justin Fields slips down to the ground, and that's a squandered opportunity. Let's see if we see the 3rd down play right here in the red zone. Here we go, 3rd and 13 from the 15-yard line. Down 10 points. Cannot turn over the ball. Must get some points out of this. Dumps it down to David Montgomery, the running back, and he takes it about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. So they go down and score a field goal, I believe. And now, unfortunately, the lead is back up to double digits. They cut it down to a 1 possession deficit, and then with another touchdown, it extends it back up to 2 possessions. So unfortunate there, but decent job there by this Bears offense for everything to go wrong, for them still to compete and still to make it a 1 possession game late in that 3rd quarter. Unfortunate that the Browns come down and remove it up to 2 possessions, but still some decent fight there. If we're looking for any silver lining out of this Bears game, overall it was abysmal. We all know this, but if you're looking for any silver lining, some solid spirit, some solid fight in this Bears team. All right, let's see how Justin Fields closes out the last quarter right here. Trying to hit a comeback route on 1st and 10 to Allen Robinson. Unfortunate, no separation there. Incomplete. We get another 1st and 10. Justin Fields. I mean, no separation there to Darnell Mooney, and the defender, the corner on him is in front of the receiver trying to make a play on this ball. Once again, just jumping the short routes. I mean, great play right there. This Browns defense was playing with confidence in the 4th quarter. Jeez. 2nd and 10 now. Justin Fields, quarterback keeper on the read option, and it gets about 3 yards. Goes out of bounds. Takes a little bit of a shot there. All right, 3rd and 6 now. Can he keep the drive moving right here? Slings the ball over the middle of the field, trying to hit his tight end, Cole Kmet. And once again, the defenders of this Browns team are all over it. No separation. 2nd and 9, Justin Fields slinging it over the middle of the field. Once again, no separation. Just look at these defenders. I mean, they're playing everything tight. They're playing this crossing route. He's jumping it. Here he is. He sees it. He jumps it. He knocks the ball loose. Incomplete pass. These Browns defenders were just looking for the short throws. This is why we say all the time, you need to stretch the field vertically. You need to stretch the field vertically. You need to try to take some of those deep shots during the game so the defense isn't just playing 10 yards and under like they've been doing all day here against Justin Fields. Justin Fields trying to escape out of the pocket, but Myles Garrett chases him down. And geez Louise, I mean, the speed on Myles Garrett, folks. Look at him just get off and then chase down Justin Fields. That's a big time sack right there on 3rd and 9. Unfortunate. I mean, man, oh man, getting terrorized all game. Jason Garrett, 4.5 sacks, stupid. Or Myles Garrett, 4.5 sacks, stupid numbers. All right, now they're down 26-6 right here. They try to set up a screen. It's complete, and it goes for about 9 to 10 yards. That was good. That was the best game of the day. A little bit of a screenplay. All right, 1st and 10 again. Justin Fields dropping back to pass. Dinks it down. Defenders jumped around, knocked the ball out of the hands. Classic, like we've been seeing all day long, folks. Justin Fields right here, play action, stays on his feet, throws the ball away. Truly a tough night. We got one more play here. This might be the last play. Here we go, 3rd and 10. Justin Fields slinging it and right on the sideline. And who is that? Is that Allen Robinson? He caught this ball out of bounds though, but this is what we say about Allen Robinson. He's definitely the best wide receiver on this team, no question. He is their only potential A1 tier 1 weapon. He made Mitch Trubisky look good. We know that. But I mean, look at this catch. Holy moly. He goes up and catches this ball. Unfortunately, he doesn't get his feet down. I don't even think he holds onto the ball, but that's a good extension right there by Allen Robinson. And on 4th and 10, might as well go for it. Justin Fields getting sacked. So, man, oh man, a tough day for Justin Fields. They were in it until late in the 3rd quarter. I give them credit for that, but the offense never clicked here. So we'll see what genius Matt Nagy comes up for this Bears team, play calling, quarterback-wise, scheming-wise this week, but we should all expect it to be absolute garbage. So, big, unfortunate debut for Justin Fields, and the only silver lining here is that you can't go anywhere but up because this performance was absolutely abysmal. Alrighty, let's celebrate some actually good plays out here. We got to celebrate Kareem Hunt a little bit. We just spent 6 minutes gushing over this Browns defense, but they've got a great offense too, and the great offense starts with these great rushers, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. But let's focus on Kareem Hunt, the speedster here. Nick Chubb always gets all the love. Let's kind of, praise the number 2 here. So Kareem Hunt just catching it out of the backfield and then taking all the hits. It took 4 people to bring this man down. So, we heard Nick Chubb kind of, quote this backfield as thunder and lightning. Nick Chubb is the thunder. Kareem Hunt is the lightning because he's faster, but he's still kind of as, beefy as Nick Chubb, and he's not going to go down with just 1 or 2 players coming at him. So we kind of got thunder and thunder. We got thunder, lightning, thunder, lightning. I mean, both of these running backs are big, beefy, not going to go down on the first hit, and both fast. So it's not thunder, lightning. It's thunder, lightning, folks. It's double storming out here. Alrighty, here we go. Baker Mayfield set up screen to Kareem Hunt, and he takes it 5, 10, 15 yards. Yes, sir. And he's always so dangerous that he can always take the top off the defense. So you better bring this man down as quickly as possible. Oh, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get a take the top off the defense play at some point in this highlight package because the man had 158 yards. Fantastic. All right, here we go. Takes the handoff, a couple of quick cuts in the backfield, and then hits the hole and takes it 10 yards for the first down. Yes, sir. Look at him hit that hole. The quick cuts right there, and then he's right upfield. This is what Kareem Hunt can do for your team. Here we go. Taking the handoff again. Hits the hole. 10 yards every run, averaging 10 yards. No big deal. Kareem Hunt going out for a pass over the middle of the field. Takes it another 10 yards. Bingo, bango, 15 yards total. Who doesn't cover Kareem Hunt out of the backfield? What are you, nuts? 2nd and 4. Once again, dumps it down to Kareem Hunt, and he fights for that first down. Thunder, lightning, all in one, baby. Fighting for that first down. We gotta love it. All right, Kareem Hunt on another setup screen. One block, and he takes it 9 yards. Come on, we got to see that big explosibility. We've seen the thunder. We've seen Kareem Hunt's thunder. Let's see his lightning here. Another setup screen here. Gotta love Kevin Stefanski's play calling, and he takes it 20 yards. Of course, you keep going back to the screen when you got this man. He's getting 10 to 20 yards a pop. Now you hand it right off to him, coming off the right side, and there it is, 5-6 yards, hurdling defenders, still rushing, still carrying bodies on him. On 3rd and 3, hit 2 yards in the backfield, stays on his feet, and there we go. Says, get out of my way. Takes it the next 20 yards for the touchdown. I mean, folks, can y'all respect this man? Hit 2 yards in the backfield, getting upfield, makes that defender miss, just slides him right by, and then finishes 20 yards with that great explosibility for the touchdown. Man, oh man, Kareem Hunt, he can do it all. This is why this Browns team is so dangerous, folks. We just had our power rankings yesterday on the show. We have the Browns at number 6. That might be a little disrespectful. Maybe we should have put them in the top 4, honestly. Maybe move them down, maybe move them up 2 spots to number 4. But man, oh man, Kareem Hunt's getting it done out here. We get, this was the last highlight, man. Fantastic touchdown to end it right there. Well done by Kareem Hunt. Alrighty, and then what else we got? Well, we had OBJ making his season debut here. So let's watch every OBJ play right here and see what Baker Mayfield was doing and if he was still having that elite speed that we know OBJ has and the good separation. So let's shout out OBJ, this nice little highlight package. Here we go. First play, a nice little slant route over the middle of the field, picks up about 9 yards. That's a catch. Or do they call that incomplete? They have a highlight? Oh, this is every target. All right, yeah, you gotta catch that ball here. You gotta make it, you can't go 3rd and 10. You gotta make that 2nd and 9. But here we go, the next play right here on 3rd and 10. Going to go back to OBJ down the middle of the field, and he makes up for it. So drops the 2nd down pass, but makes up for it on the clutcher 3rd down and 10, and he makes a nice catch. Great job, OBJ. All right, here we go, approaching the red zone. Another slant over the middle of the field. He catches this ball, picks up about 7 yards, makes 2nd and 8, 3rd and 1. Alrighty, now a 1st and 10 play by OBJ right here. It's an end around by him, and he hits the edge, and he gets about 10 yards. All right, solid there. OBJ not as thunderous as we just saw Kareem Hunt, but that's all right. All right, here we go. 3rd and 15. Gonna target OBJ, and Baker Mayfield almost throws a pick right there on the right sideline. No great separation there by OBJ, and Baker Mayfield not putting it on the money. A 3rd and 7, trying to target OBJ on the back shoulder on the right sideline, and man, oh man, not the best throw here by by Baker Mayfield, but this is a great catch on the sideline, and we're going to get the nice replay. Look at him turn back, find the ball 2 feet down. That's what we know OBJ can do. Alrighty, here we go, 1st and 10, OBJ wide open over the middle of the field for 15 yards. Looking good here, and OBJ still targeting him on kind of the, the crucial downs of 3rd down, so that's great. Great trust there, great chemistry is still there. All right, 1st and 10, slinging it deep and wildly inaccurate down the field, out of bounds, no chance at a catch. 2nd and 3 here. It's 13-6. Not a closeout game yet, but OBJ oh my God, Baker Mayfield fires all the way down to OBJ and just unfortunately runs out of real estate. He needed like another half inch in bounds here. Man, oh man, but that's great. That's a great practice catch there by OBJ. And if the field was extended horizontally just an inch, that would have been completed and one of the best catches of the week. All right, and then here we go. Just a comeback route right there, playing pitch and catch. Baker Mayfield puts it on the money, and that's a great snag by OBJ. So his first game back, still looking good. The hands are still there. Just need to work on getting the separation and the timing between him and Baker Mayfield down a little bit more, and Baker Mayfield to rein in that accuracy a little bit more. And we talked about that on Monday. A little bit of a wild, we don't really see Baker Mayfield be this wildly inaccurate, 19 of 31. A little uncharacteristic of him in this Kevin Stefanski offense. But overall, the Browns defense is great. The offense is great. They've got pieces everywhere. Great team overall. Jeez Louise. All right, so that was Browns-Bears. Next game up on our film study is this Steelers-Bengals game, and we just kind of got to see what is going wrong with this Steelers offense early in the game. We've seen them get out to slow start after slow start after slow start. Now, is that on Big Ben? Is that on the wide receivers of not catching the ball? Or is it on Matt Canada not calling the right play? So we're going to take a quick look at some of these crucial plays of these early drives right here. We get a 3-and-out to start the game, another 3-and-out. The third drive's an interception. The fourth drive is 8 plays, 11 yards, and then they are finally able to get a touchdown on their fifth drive of the game. But then they go back to 3-and-out, right before a halftime. And then they open up the third quarter with an interception and a missed field goal. So we're just going to see why all these drives were stalling early in the game, and to see if we can put a real pinpoint reason why this Steelers team offensively is not really living up to the hype that everybody was really kind of hyping it up to be, kind of including us as well, as the offseason was progressing. So let's start here with the first third and 6, a pass incompletion right here. Come on, Big Ben. So that's kind of what we're going to be looking for here on these plays. Is it Big Ben's fault? Is it the receivers for not catching the ball? Or is it the play call? Was this just not a good call of a play for given the situation? So let's see if we can understand the Steelers team. So here we go. First drive of the game at their own 30-yard line. It is 3rd and 6. Empty backfield here. 5 wide for the Steelers. Big Ben is going deep. And man, oh man, no real separation there between James Washington in the corner. Let's go back to this play one more time, and let's take the sideline view so we can get a nice look at where everybody was on this field. So let's watch this 3rd and 6 one more time. Alrighty, here we go. 5 wide. Big Ben takes a little bit of a deep one-on-one shot on 3rd and 6. Maybe not the best play call. Let's see if there was anything open here. We got a comeback route on the right side. This was closed off. The 2 underneath throws kind of getting locked up, and the throw over the middle kind of locked up as well. Really nowhere to go with this ball. Maybe to pick up the first down, you dump it off right here to this receiver. It would be right at the line of scrimmage, and then it would just be a foot race between him, the linebacker, in the corner, and the blocker here, the other wide receiver blocking. But Big Ben takes a shot, and this kind of seems like the best option to take. Unfortunately, doesn't put it 100% on the money, a little overthrown, and it's an incomplete ball. So overall, there was a route that got open. Maybe you don't take this deep shot here. This was designed for this throw right here. I mean, all the design routes were to open up this throw. That's why Big Ben took it. So I'm just going to call it the play calling here on play number 1. I don't think we need a 25, 30-yard deep shot on 3rd and 6, the first drive of the game. I just don't think that was it. So I'm going to chalk that first blunder here up to Matt Canada. Alrighty, now let's go to the his second drive here for the Steelers, and let's see why it kind of floundered a little bit as well. So here we go. We get a what? A 3rd and 23. Yikes. Well, let's set this up. What do we got? We just got a 10-yard penalty. So the second drive was just kind of a mental error on the offensive line. First play of the second drive, they get a holding penalty, and then that puts them behind the sticks, and they couldn't make up for it. So they go 1st and 10, and then they get the penalty, offensive holding, 1st and 20, makes it a 2nd and 17, then another penalty makes it 2nd and 23. 23. Then we're at a run for no gain, a pass incomplete on 3rd and 23, and that's the drive. So on the second drive, it's the mental error by the offensive line. So we have Matt Canada, the offensive line, the slow start so far, and then we're going to get the interception. So it's everybody so far. Big Ben, offensive line, play calling. It's everything offensively so far. It's everybody shooting themselves in the foot. But let's see this Big Ben interception. Was it his fault? Well, I guess we shouldn't kind of say it's Big Ben just quite yet. Was this kind of a tip off of a wide receiver? But let's see, was this interception Big Ben's fault or the wide receivers? Let's quickly see. Here we go. 3rd and 13, still a 0-0 game. Big Ben dropping back to pass, pump fake, and then just throwing the ball. We don't know who he was going to throw to because it didn't even really leave the line of scrimmage, but this is a bad kind of decision here by Big Ben to pump fake and then bring it down and then to try to throw it away as he's getting hit. So, yes, the lackadaisical sometimes by Big Ben. We've seen this. There's a famous play going around this week of Big Ben on Twitter, rolling out of the pocket and immediately slipping as he's throwing the ball. So just not 100% urgent on this offense. Big Ben not doing everything in his power to be kind of clean cut every single down, being lackadaisical here for the interception. So far, the entire first quarter, it's the entirety of the offense not being great. All right, but then they finally go down and score a touchdown. Let's just quickly read this drive chart. We're not going to watch these plays, but let's quickly just see how they scored this touchdown since everything was going so wrong so far. So here we go. They had a 1-yard run, a 7-yard pass, a 3-yard pass, a 5-yard sack, a 16-yard pass, a negative 7-yard run because of a penalty, a 20-yard run by Najee Harris. Yes, sir, a big play alert. Get that on 1st and 17. Great job there by Najee Harris. So the one silver lining of this entire Steelers offense is the running game, which we knew was. We love Najee Harris. Fantastic. So we had a 20-yard run and then a 12-yard pass, run for no gain, 6-yard pass, 3-yard pass, 2-yard pass, 18-yard pass, and then they hit their tight end, Frymuth, for 4 yards for the touchdown. So really kind of everything, a little bit of dink and dunks, a little bit of airing it out, utilizing the run game. So that's kind of what Matt Canada should be calling here on these drives. It went 15 plays, 96 yards, chewed up 8 minutes. So utilizing everything a little bit, not looking for the deep balls, all the time, and just kind of working your way down the field. So getting everybody involved in that play calling for that drive results into a touchdown. Alrighty, and then they have another drive right before halftime, but they just can't do anything with it. So here we go. Let's see what was going on here. There's only 37 seconds left, but let's see what this play calling is. Were they just dinking and dunking to see if anything can break big and then they capitalize on it, or were they already kind of throwing in the cards here at halftime, being down 7-14? They still had 2 timeouts left. They're starting at their own 25-yard line. So let's watch the play calling right here. All right, so here we go. Big Ben dropping back to pass and then just kind of trying to hit a comeback route on the left sideline, and he probably would have gotten out of bounds, but the high throw here by Big Ben makes it hard for Chase Claypool to get. So once again, Matt Canada was trying to be aggressive right here, but Big Ben was not getting it done. You complete it right here. This gets down to about, we were going to get down to like the 40-yard line, no? So that doesn't go. So now the next play on 2nd and 10, Big Ben standing too long in the pocket, keeping his eyes down the field, nothing open, then goes to dink it down, but they're trying to kind of force something deep here as well. So let's watch this one in the sideline to kind of get a true sense of what these routes are looking like here on this play. Trying to go deep here, trying to take the advantage. So let's watch it. Here we go. Let's see what these routes are doing. We've got a couple of deep routes right here. They're both very well covered right here. But Matt Canada trying to take the shot here at the end of the first half. Pretty solid. So overall, so far, it is truly everything. It is not just one thing over and over and over again that is going wrong. When Matt Canada has a good strategy, Big Ben can't be 100% accurate. When Matt Canada, is not making the right play calling, Big Ben flounders and doesn't get it done. And then when everything, Big Ben is throwing good and Matt Canada's calling the right plays. The receivers can't get it done. So it is truly kind of every part of the Steelers offense contributing to their lack of success. But let's finish off here on these last two drives right here. The interception, Big Ben's second interception of the game. Is this a bad throw? Is it off of somebody's hands? Was he being lackadaisical? Let's take a look at Big Ben's second pick here. Here we go. They're down 10, 17-7. It's 3rd and 4 in the third quarter. Here we go. Big Ben stepping up in the pocket and then just not even seeing the linebacker right in front of his face, trying to hit a receiver over the middle of the field, but there's literally a linebacker right in this man's grill, and he literally throws it right to him. So that's on Big Ben, another lackadaisical, not understanding the full surroundings. So Big Ben, man, we just saw him throw the ball like 58 times. So his arm's going to get worse for wear, and he's not being, 100% urgent on every single down, every single play, taking plays off. So this is not a great sign or a start here for the Steelers team, especially given since, the quarterbacks behind Big Ben are absolutely not great at all. Do I dare say garbage? I don't want to be that disrespectful today, but Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins are truly not great, folks. All right. So Big Ben's interception is atrocious. Both of them are. But now let's finally watch this final drive that we're going to watch here is a field goal drive, but why did it stall? We had a 1st and 10 at the Bengals 24, pass incomplete. A 2nd and 10 at the Bengals 24, pass incomplete. A 3rd and 10 at the Bengals 24, pass incomplete. So Big Ben or the receivers or the play calling or the receivers or the just overall offense not getting it done. So let's see again what is not clicking here for the Steelers team, trying to maybe potentially get back into this game, scoring in the red zone right here. They're down 24-7, 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So here we go. 1st and 10, and it's going to be incomplete. Let's see why. Here we go. From the Bengals 25-yard line, it's a setup screen to Najee Harris, and he can't hold on to the ball. Come on, Najee. You need to get it done. We just praised you for that 20-yard run on 1st and 17. It was fantastic. But come on, you've got to catch this ball, man. So once again, lackadaisical. Where's the urgency here on the Steelers team? Now we get 2nd and 10. Once again from the Bengals 25-yard line. Big Ben going deep and no separation there between the tight end in the corner, and Big Ben overshoots the ball a little bit, but there was no separation. Now we get 3rd and 10. Here we go. Big Ben going deep again, and once again, just an overthrow. Chase Claypool, no separation there, and not where the ball needed to be. So Big Ben is floundering out here, and once Big Ben delivers an accurate ball, it's the receivers not kind of going above and beyond in getting it done, catching, and then run after the catch. So it is truly everything on the Steelers team. The play calling, Big Ben, the receivers on the drops, the offensive line, the running game. It's everything here by the Steelers, which leaves an absolute bad taste in our mouth 100%, and we are definitely not going to be buying into the Steelers team anytime soon until they can prove offensively they can get it done from the start to the finish, consistently looking good, looking solid, play calling, all of that. So this is not a great look for the Steelers team. They're down 1-2 and just lost to the Bengals this week. So we'll see what the Steelers do week 4. We'll look at them again next week to see if we can buy them offensively, but so far nothing good. Alrighty, next game up here on our film study is going to be the Cardinals and the Jags. Alrighty, not a great game here by Trevor Lawrence, especially in the second half. All the interceptions looked timid to throw, but that's not what we're looking for in celebrating here on our Wednesday film study. We got to celebrate the wide receiver that is making his resurgence here this season as the number 2 receiver here for the Cardinals, and that's AJ Green, because that man just exploded onto this team, being the leading receiver here in a nice 31-19 come from behind win for this Cardinals team on the road. AJ Green, leading receiver here for the Cardinals, 5 receptions for 112 yards. So let's watch some old school AJ Green here, folks. Let's see exactly how deadly this Cardinals offense offense can be. We know what DeAndre Hopkins can do. We know what AJ Green can do. We watched him in Cincinnati for 10 years. Now let's see what he's looking like here, dominating for this Cardinals team. So here we go, the highlights package of AJ Green, just something light, a minute 25 clip here, no worries, but let's see what this man's looking like. So here we go. All right, Kyler Murray dropping back to pass. AJ Green just winning that battle on the sideline. Perfect. A little bit of a comeback route. All right. But we're expecting some big explosivity here, folks. Here we go. Kyler Murray. Boom. AJ Green finding that soft spot of the zone, staying on his feet. Your little tackles are not going to bring this man down. About 25, 30-yard pickup there in total. Love it. Here we go. Next play up. They're up 5 points here. So this is going to be a clutch catch here. He's going deep. And look at that. On the sideline, toe tapping about 14 yards. That's AJ Green, baby. Alrighty, we got to see a lot more yards here, folks. Still, again, on this clutch drive. AJ Green getting open on the clutch drives. We love it. They're only up 5 here, folks, in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 8. A clutch down right here. Kyler Murray going absolutely deep. And AJ Green, a true kind of 50-50 ball right here. And AJ Green looks back towards the ball, finds the ball. The defender didn't look back and play the ball or find the ball. That's what AJ Green does. And he catches the ball. No problem right here, brings them inside the red zone, picks up the first down, allows them to continue to drive here and score the touchdown to ice the game. This man is icing the game out here. Look at AJ Green come back to the ball. Maybe a little underthrown, but he's able to adjust to it. You gotta love it. All right, I think the last play here by AJ Green, Kyler Murray, game's already sealed, game's already iced. AJ Green wide open over the middle of the field, and he makes a little bit of a diving catch because a little inaccurate there by Kyler Murray. And Kyler Murray, let's tighten up this accuracy a little bit more and, maybe put it on him so he can run after the catch. We know AJ Green's got some great speed, but some great catches there by AJ Green. Just being a number 2 wide receiver here on this Cardinals team. He doesn't need to be the number 1. They have DeAndre Hopkins for that. So truly fitting in here, making some truly clutch catches. We love this Cardinals team. They came back from behind. AJ Green helped them out. And this Cardinals team, man, when they get down, they don't flounder. They don't flop. They stay mentally focused. They stay truly locked in, and they end up pulling off the win. So well done by AJ Green, and hopefully we get to see a little bit more out of him as the season progresses, and I'm sure we will. Alrighty, let's also celebrate Christian Kirk as well while we're here. Another wide receiver here for this Cardinals team that had over 100 yards, receiving 104 yards. And once again, why we like this Cardinals team, just the depth here at this wide receiver position. I mean, Christian Kirk's their number 3 wide receiver, folks, and he's having 100-yard games. This is what we're talking about. This is why we have the Cardinals number 2 on our power rankings. So let's watch Christian Kirk get to work. Here we go. Christian Kirk's highlights for a 104-yard day, folks. Let's see what he's looking like. Kyler Murray play action pass, and then it's Christian Kirk down the middle of the field. No big deal. Catches it, brings them inside the red zone. I believe they were able to capitalize off of this. Well, here we go. They're back in the red zone. Are they going to hit Christian Kirk for a touchdown? Christian Kirk on 2nd and 5 picks up the first down and brings them inside the 2-yard line. Nice little out route there, respecting the speed that he just showed and respecting the taking the top off the defense ability that we just saw in the first play as well. So he's able to take that out route and pick up the first down. Alrighty, Kyler Murray throwing on the run. Christian Kirk coming back to him, picks up about 8 yards. And once again, on second, and when they're down 7-13, trying to drive here, showing and looking really good. And now 4th and 3, Christian Kirk. Look at this man buying time. Kyler Murray, throwing out of the pocket. Not a lot of time. Or buying a lot of time, and then it's just Christian Kirk able to show and get open on 4th and clutch, folks. 4th and 3, and the man is showing out. So once again, the clutch ability, the come from the behind ability to stay focused and not drop the balls like we just saw the Steelers do when they were getting down, and Najee Harris was dropping balls, and all the receivers were dropping passes, and Big Ben couldn't rein it in. This Cardinals team is 100% different than that team. That's why we love them in these close wins, these close come from behind wins are why we had the Cardinals at number 2 in our power rankings. But back to Christian Kirk right here. Look at this man just not go down. They're down 9 points right here in the third quarter. Kyler Murray, boom, right on the money between 3 defenders, and then he carries 2 defenders for another 5 yards, getting them down inside the 5-yard line so they can capitalize and score a touchdown. Watch Christian Kirk work right here. Just look at that, getting wide open in the soft spot of the zone. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So huge clutch throws by Kyler Murray, clutch catches by Christian Kirk and AJ Green, and they're able to get the come from behind victory. We love the Cardinals, folks. Alrighty, next game up is going to be Buffalo and Washington, and for this game, finally Josh Allen is having a performance that resembled what he did last season. Great completion percentage, 32 of 43, 358 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, looking good. So let's celebrate Josh Allen and watch his best plays from the game against Washington. Hopefully we get to see the 2 Emmanuel Sanders touchdowns. They should be in this highlight package. I wouldn't assume why they wouldn't be, but let's watch the deep ball accuracy that Josh Allen has, staying comfortable in the pocket, delivering hugely accurate, great balls underneath, over the middle of the field. So Josh Allen was truly on point right here, and now we need to see him start building on this performance. We don't want to see him next week, week 4, resort back to his 50% completion percentage games that we saw in weeks 1 and weeks 2. We need to see him continuing to grow off this game, but let's see how he has to do that. So here we go. Highlight package here by Josh Allen. Nice little 6 minutes. 3rd and 15. Josh Allen stepping up in the pocket and keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. And there it is for the first down. Once again, Josh Allen looking extremely comfortable, extremely cerebral in the pocket this game, and it's going to be shown throughout this entire highlight package. And here it is right off the rip, stepping up in the pocket and then standing cool, calm, collected as he steps up, keeps his eyes 15 yards down the middle of the field. And on 3rd and 15, you pick that up. That's absolutely great. All right, play action here, escapes out of the pocket, throwing on the run, a little bit of a pump fake right there, and then we know Josh Allen loves to kind of utilize his legs. He's a true gamer in the dual threat ability. He doesn't really slide, and he tries to get all he can there. 2nd and 6. Boom, a nice rocket right over the middle to Emmanuel Sanders, and this man truly showed out this game. And, you know, if Josh Allen can get this great repertoire with Emmanuel Sanders, I mean, the sky is the limit here for this Bills team. His repertoire with, Stephon Diggs is already established, obviously, from last season, but so far with Emmanuel Sanders, it truly took off this game. So on 2nd and 6, just flings it in there, the great velocity that Josh Allen can fling this ball with, the great big arm that he has. Here we go. Once again, just stepping tall in the pocket, throwing the ball to Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs doing what he does, going another 6-7 yards for the first down. The hezzy step is fantastic. That's what he does. All right, Josh Allen rolling out to the right, keeping his eyes down the field, and then look at this, man. Look at this, dude. And then Emmanuel Sanders. Is this the best play of the entire game? Josh Allen, the original look to throw back across his body to the left is not there, so he rolls out to the right, and then as he's rolling out to the right, getting hawked down by big, beefy defensive lineman number 97 right here, he's still keeping his eyes down the field, and he's throwing on the run, and he's throwing it 30 yards, and he's throwing it on an absolute dart, and he's throwing it low and away, and he's throwing it in the end zone, and then it's Emmanuel Sanders with the great secure catch right there. I mean, what an absolute play there by Josh Allen, and that's what he does all the time. He keeps the drives alive. He keeps the play alive. Great right there. Exactly where it had to be, low and away, as Emmanuel Sanders is flying in across the screen right there in the end zone. Fantastic. All right, then we get a setup screen here. Josh Allen puts it accurately. That's all you could ask for the quarterback to do on those screen passes. Just deliver the ball accurately, and he did it right there. Alrighty, 3rd and 3, Josh Allen, once again, I mean, this pocket is collapsing. It is getting pushed right into his lap. And what does Josh Allen do? He's not blinking. He's just standing cool, calm, collected, and then just delivers it accurately as heck to Stephon Diggs, crossing over the middle of the field. First down. Josh Allen, boom, once again, pocket literally in his lap, folks. And what does he do? He's not bouncing around. He's not getting jittery. His first thing is not to run. No, he just slings the ball 7 yards. Now you make a 2nd and 10, 3rd and about 2, 3rd and 3, and you find Cole Beasley. Fantastic. Alrighty, 1st and 10. Josh Allen, nice little dump off there to Zach Moss. Get it going. Yes, sir. So far, Josh Allen, super impressive. Now back in the red zone right here. Here we go. Slings it in tight. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards to Cole Beasley, utilizing them. And once again, that velocity on the ball. 3rd and 4 from the 7-yard line. Here we go in the red zone. Josh Allen escaping out of the pocket. Dumps it down. That's a touchdown to Zach Moss. Once again, this man stays absolutely cool as a cucumber under the pressure. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Keeps his eyes down the field. Dumps it off accurately. And that's scoring in the red zone, baby. That's all you could ask for. Now they are up 14-0. Damn, man. Josh Allen. All right, back in the red zone again. 3rd and 7. And boom. And then you just trust your tight ends delivering the ball to all of his weapons. Emmanuel Sanders, Stephon Diggs, obviously utilize them. But then you go to your tight ends, Dawson Knox in the end zone. And then you just kind of throw this one high and away, exactly where it needs to be because the defender is inside. So you throw this one high and away, and then you trust your tall tight ends to go up and get it. And that's what Josh Allen has right there. Perfect accuracy in the red zone, trusting your tall targets. What more could you ask for? Throwing dimes in the red zone. A great ball right there. A great catch as well. Great everything. Josh Allen, play action pass, stepping up in the pocket, keeping his eyes down the field, throwing on the run, 15 yards. That's a first down. What else is new? What else is new here? This is consistent the entire game. And now we're going to get the deep ball. And then there it is. Josh Allen. We know he's got the cannon. Just look how effortlessly he looks throwing this ball. Just a little sling. Doesn't step into the throw. Slings it. Let's count the yards on this. This is just a sling, folks. He just slung the ball right here. Let's count the yards. Here we go. Going to throw from his own 35-yard line, getting it all the way down to about the 25-yard line. So about 40 yards clean right there on a sling to Emmanuel Sanders, right on the money. We get Josh Allen back in the red zone here. It's a setup screen to Cole Beasley, and the accuracy is right on point. That's the biggest thing for the quarterbacks on the screens. Accuracy for the after the catch, boom, catching it in stride to propel them forward. And then the comeback route to Stephon Diggs. Obviously, they get that all the time. The comeback route, the slant route, Stephon Diggs was always open. All right, here we go. Josh Allen, empty backfield, steps up in the pocket, keeps his eyes on the field, throwing on the run accurately. How many times have we said that? It's consistent out here, folks. This man is feeling it this game. Here we go. Josh Allen right before halftime working the boundary. Ooh, flashy. Ooh, fantastic. Here we go. 6 seconds left. Playing the boundary again. Ooh, making it a short field goal. And he's smart. Yes, sir. And they get a field goal right before halftime because of Josh Allen's high IQ and situational awareness, knowing he has to get the ball quickly out to the boundary. Oh, man. Love it. All right, and now we get some dink-offs to Stephon Diggs. He's earned all the dink-offs. They're up 13 points. They just got to get out of here. I mean, at this point, they're like, can we just leave now? We've won the game. Josh Allen, 3rd and 5. Boom, Cole Beasley picks it up. Bingo. Josh Allen, here we go. And once again, the huge velocity right there to sling the ball in. It fools the cameraman. And there it is, Stephon Diggs for the first down. He trusts his guys. He will fling that ball in there. Here we go, 3rd and 3. Getting the first down again. Moving the chains, keeping the drive alive. Now we're working towards the red zone right here from the Wahsington's 30-yard line. Josh Allen slinging the ball over the middle of the field. Now officially in the red zone. 2nd and 9 in the red zone. Josh Allen, wide receiver screen to Cole Beasley. decently accurate, a little bit too low right there. Unfortunate, but now we get 2nd and goal. Josh Allen from the 5-yard line. Here we go. Boom, and look at this. Right on the money. Emmanuel Sanders open in the back of the end zone. And once again, Josh Allen rifles it right in there. 100% right on the money, folks. Josh Allen, what more do y'all need to see from this man? Josh Allen is now officially here for the 2021 season, folks, and man, oh man, is it just in time, because they're up 2-1 so far through 3 games. They've been putting up the points in his last couple of games here. And Josh Allen, if he can continue to kind of play at this level, the Bills are one of the top tier teams in this league, folks. So Josh Allen, folks, he has officially arrived this season, and it's great to see him again. Josh Allen, welcome back to football, baby. Love it. Alrighty, next game up here. We got about 3 more to close out on for today. Alrighty, let's head over to the Broncos and the Jets. Alrighty, now, this Broncos team, they're 3-0. They're 3-0. Good. Teddy Bridgewater's looking serviceable. He's not turning over the ball. He's putting up the points. They're moving the ball. It's looking real solid. But what is just kind of worrying us a little bit on this Broncos team is that they face nobody really solid right here, and it hasn't really been any really true blowout fashion. You can call this Jets performance a blowout fashion, obviously down, winning 26-0, and the defense pitching a shutout, which is absolutely almost impossible in the league, but it's fantastic. But we just don't get kind of the blowout by the offense, and we're a little nervous that Teddy Bridgewater is still a little bit of a dinking and dunking what he was doing last season. He didn't throw for any touchdowns here in this game, settles for a couple of field goals, and that's what we are going to look at here in this film study session. We don't really care about the touchdowns, but I want to see why these drives stalled and why they had to settle for a field goal, because of all their scoring drives, they had 2 touchdowns, but 1, 2, 3, 4 field goals. Why can't you convert those for touchdowns? Why is Teddy Bridgewater not kind of going 5 for 5 in the red zone, especially against these lackluster teams? Because if you're not doing it against the lackluster teams, that doesn't give us a lot of confidence going into the games against the better teams, the better opponents, and your better opponents are starting this week. So we root for Teddy Bridgewater. We love what Teddy Bridgewater can do, but sometimes he gets a little bit too conservative out here. So I want to watch these field goal drives and hope that isn't the case, that Teddy Bridgewater is being conservative. So we're going to watch all these field goal drives and why they stalled. So here we go. We get 1st and 10 from the Jets 33-yard line. This is going to be where this drive stalled. They go pass incomplete, 6-yard pass incomplete on 3rd and 4. They have to settle for a field goal. So let's watch these plays and see if Teddy Bridgewater was getting a little conservative as he was in opponent's territory, getting closer to the end zone and the end zone. So here we go. First play up here is 1st and 10. It's going to be a pass incomplete. Let's see why. Teddy Bridgewater under center, play action pass, pressure right in his face, has to get rid of the ball quickly. So that's not on Teddy Bridgewater. That's exactly what it needed to be right there. So that's fine. All right, now we get 2nd and 10. Here we go. 2nd and 10, Teddy Bridgewater just dumps it down to the out route. Nothing really kind of deep in this, and it's nothing developed and nothing open right as the ball was thrown. So that's a good throw and decision there by Teddy Bridgewater. But now we get this 3rd and 4. Why can't he pick up this 1st down? Here we go. Dropping back the pass. Now he's going deep, and oh man, this is open right here. A nice little out and up route, nice little hitch route here for this tight end, I believe. And Teddy Bridgewater does not put it on the money. We got to watch this one more time. Let's recue this play up. Man, oh man, you got to put this right on the money, Teddy Bridgewater. This was open. You put this on the money accurately. And this is a 1st down. 1st down, but a little overthrown, unfortunate, and it's incomplete. Also, watch this other crossing route over the middle of the field. So we got trips, bunch formation to the right side, and the crossing route that's going to take over the middle of the field. It's open. Teddy Bridgewater, you throw this one right here, but he's not even looking at it. So made the wrong kind of read on this decision as well. He dinks and dunks when you probably shouldn't dink and dunk, and then he doesn't dink and dunk when he should be dinking and dunking. So Teddy Bridgewater's got to clean up the reads just a little bit more or hone in the accuracy. But this kind of first field goal drive stall was a little bit on Teddy Bridgewater here on 3rd and 4. Gotta pick up these first downs in the red zone in opponent's territory, especially against good teams. If you settle for field goals against good teams, they're going to make you pay for that, and you most likely will lose the game. So just got to clean it up a little bit. All right, now let's go to their second field goal stall drive. In the third quarter, what do we get here? We're going to get a 1st and 10 from the Jets' 21-yard line, and they stall. Come on, you can't score from the red zone. Come on, Teddy. So here we go. They're up 17-0. They don't need the touchdown here, but the touchdown closes out the game basically 24-0 in the third quarter. We can kind of call that game. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Teddy Bridgewater just about a wide receiver screen, and the Jets read it all the way, and that gets blown up. All right, now they lose 3 yards on that play, so it brings up 2nd and 13. Here we go, 2nd and 13 from the 25-yard line. It's a draw. They hand it off, and it gets about 5 yards. But now here we go, a crucial 3rd and 10 right here from the 20-yard line. Can Teddy Bridgewater get it done? Come on, 3rd and 10 in the red zone. Here we go. Teddy Bridgewater pocket is collapsing, and he goes down for a sack. Damn. All right, let's take this one in the coach's film to see if anything was open here. Not a lot of time to throw this ball, but was there anything potentially opening that Teddy Bridgewater should have taken? So here we go. Let's see. Was there any open routes here at the point of collapse? I mean, really no time to throw, and all 4 routes are truly tightly covered. I mean, there is nowhere to go with this ball. Look at all these. These are truly locked up. So Teddy Bridgewater does take the sack, and really no fault of his own. So, of all these plays so far, of the 6 possible plays so far, only really 1 is on Teddy Bridgewater so far. So not terrible, not concerning so far, but we got 2 more field goal drives to look at. All right, here we go. The next stalling field goal drive comes at 1st and goal from the Jets 6. Oh no, I don't want to see a flounder from the 6-yard line. Jeez, that's not great. That's not great at all. So here we go. 4th quarter, drive stalling. Here we go. 1st and goal from the Jets 6. Here we go. Teddy Bridgewater. Play action. No, he hands it off. It gets nothing. Gets nothing up the middle. They are also up 20-0 in the 4th quarter. Once again, basically game's over, but this is still good practice. Getting it done, game situational, game scenarios, game tempo in the red zone from the 5-yard line. This is good practice to get your footing in, so we really wish they would have capitalized here. But here we go. 2nd and goal from the 5. Teddy Bridgewater. Play action, pump fake, and then dumps it off. And the receiver can only get about 3 yards, brings it down to the 2. But let's see if there was anything open on this play. He just dinks it down. This was kind of what they were supposed to go here. The out route in the end zone is very well covered. You've got 1 blocker set up for the check down, and it gets about 3 yards. But now we get the 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Let's see what they do. Who do they trust to pick up these 2 yards? Here we go. Teddy Bridgewater. Oh my God, a read option, and Teddy Bridgewater and the running back are both holding onto the ball, so that's not great communication right there. Teddy Bridgewater holding onto the ball, never letting go of it. Man, oh man, the runner, the defensive line here for the Jets got right in and blew it up right at the point of delivery. So man, oh man, so just kind of stalling down there. On the goal line, Jets defense truly locking up. All right. So 1 more goal line or field goal drive that stalls. Let's get this queued up and see what happens. Here we go. So we're going to get a 1st and 10 from the Jets 18-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 18. They're up 26-0. Game over at this point. We know, but we still want you to be a little bit competitive and get that experience down here in the red zone. So let's see why this drive stalls. Here we go. Teddy Bridgewater going to hand it off there on 1st down. It picks up about 4 or 5 yards. All right, 2nd and 10. From the 16 of the Jets. They're going to hand off the ball again. All righty. Now we get 3rd down. We're going to get a Teddy Bridgewater pass here on 3rd and 3. Are they going to run the ball again? Let's see what they do. Here we go. 3rd and 3. Teddy Bridgewater from the 10-yard line under center. They're going to jump off sides. Unfortunate. Alrighty. Here we go. 3rd and 8. Because of the 5-yard penalty, Teddy Bridgewater still under center. And they're just going to hand the ball off. Okay, so ultra conservative there. But, settling for field goals, it's not great, but it's not on Teddy Bridgewater. Just the overall offense as a whole not getting it done. But they're definitely going to need to clean that up. Maybe, change the play calling a little bit in the red zone. Something a little bit more comfortable that you can consistently, complete and pick up yards with. But overall, it's not Teddy Bridgewater's decision-making, which is a huge green flag for us. We can still buy this Broncos team heading into next week when they've got a true tough opponent. Not one of these, not great teams that they've been facing these first 3 weeks. Alrighty. We are going to watch 2 more games quickly here. The next game up here is the Rams and the Bucs, and we love this Rams team, folks. We've had this Rams team as our number 1 team in our power rankings right from the get-go since week 1, and they go and beat the Bucs this week, once again cementing the Rams as our number 1 pick, and really everybody in the media now moving the Rams to their number 1 pick, but we've been there first. We were the first. We're going to claim first on that. We're going to celebrate the offense here for the Rams and look at Matt Stafford. So we got the best plays by Matt Stafford here against this Bucs defense, one of the best defenses in the league. You can't go an entire sports show without somebody talking about this Bucs defense and the Rams and Matthew Stafford and the genius play calling and leadership of Sean McVay. They get the job done and put up 34 points. So let's watch Matthew Stafford out here to really show y'all what this Rams offense is all about, because we've been trying to show it to y'all and y'all are still sleeping a little bit on the Rams. So let's show y'all what Matthew Stafford can do. Here we go. Nice little 5-minute highlight package. Little bit of a dink there on 2nd and 6, but hey, it picks up the first down. Situational, just moving the drive, moving the sticks. That's all we want to see out of Matthew Stafford. We know he's got the big arm. Already a setup screen. It was accurate. That's all we could ask for the quarterback on the screen plays. What's the next play up here? What do we got? I see Matthew Stafford air this out, but we got a 3rd and 4 here. Can he pick up this first down? Here we go. It's another screen, and once again, it's right on the money. The accuracy is the only thing that the quarterback can control on the wide receiver screens. The rest is up to the receivers of making everybody miss and blocking the defensive backs. But Matthew Stafford putting it right on the money. We get a 1st and 10, and now we're going to get him wide open right there to Cooper Kupp. And once again, more respect needs to be for Cooper Kupp out here. Matthew Stafford truly went out there and said that, he's one of the most underrated receivers in the game, and they're having a great connection and great chemistry this season. 15 yards there on a nice little hitch route. Then a nice little comeback right here on the left sideline to Jefferson, and there it is for the first down. 1st and 10, another screen right here, dumping it off to Tyler Higbee, their tight end, and it picks up about 6-7 yards. Once again, the accuracy is good there with Matthew Stafford, getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Running back screens, wide receiver screens, tight end screens. It's still accurate to all the adjusting heights and bodies and ball placements that you needed to be. On 3rd and 3, rifling the ball over the middle of the field to Robert Woods in the red zone. Here we go. Matthew Stafford, empty backfield in the red zone. Nice little out route right there to their tight end, Tyler Higbee. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards, just taking what he can get from this Bucs defense. Now we get a 3rd and 2 and another screen right here. The accuracy is a little off, a little bit high, but it's Tyler Higbee. He's 6'6". You can take a little bit of an advantage and throw the ball a little bit higher than necessary, and they take it in. I mean, great job here. And once again, just the genius play calling by Sean McVay, getting everything open, dinking and dunking, getting the defensive playing up, and then all the speed and the skills of getting open with the deep threats. That's why Deshaun Jackson was able to get wide open down the field later in this game. We're going to get to it because of all kind of the screen play, setting everything up short so the defense bites on most things going forward. So once again, it's just the overall genius offensive play calling, ball delivery by Matthew Stafford, and ball receiving here by all the receivers, tight ends, running backs, whoever it is. Alrighty, back to the plays here by Matthew Stafford. We're going to get a 3rd and 4. Boom, over the middle of the field. Bingo, bango, picking up the first down, going to his tight end. We love it. Alrighty, trying to do something before halftime at midfield now, uncorking it a little bit more. Robert Woods, 20 yards down the field. Or Von Jefferson, my apologies, getting it done down the middle of the field. All right, now just airing it out to Cooper Kupp, letting Cooper Kupp run underneath this ball, getting them down inside the 4-yard line. Now from the 2-yard line, here we go, Matthew Stafford, and then it's to Cooper Kupp again, wide open, perfect timing, chemistry, ball placement. I mean, they just love playing with each other, and this is what you get when you got great talent everywhere on the field. You just can't cover it all, and it's just too easy, and you put up 34 points, and you beat the defending Super Bowl champions. And then look at that, the great relationship between Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. We've been hearing it all the time in the offseason. Sean McVay, like cussing when he's talking about Matthew Stafford because he's so fucking good, and they get along so freaking greatly out here. And it's showing on the sideline, all smiles, up 14-7 there. Alrighty, in the second half, Matthew Stafford, can he keep it up? Of course he can, because he's going to Deshaun Jackson all the way down the field, and that's 10 yards of separation right there. Nobody can keep up with Deshaun Jackson's speed still, folks. Matthew Stafford's going to launch this one from his own 15-yard line, get it all the way down to the 30. So that's 55 yards clean right there, wide open, on the money. Matthew Stafford, Deshaun Jackson, offensive play calling, route running, speed, delivery, all of that, folks. This is the Rams, the best offense in the league. Do I dare declare it already? Are we going to be 3 weeks into the season saying this is the best offense that there is in the National Football League, folks? I think I'm close and ready to say that. Alrighty, here we go. 3rd and 10 now. Can he pick up a crucial 3rd and 10 when they're only up 7 points at his own 25-yard line? Of course he can. Going to, who do we got this time? 15 yards down the field. And once again, the perfect accuracy here on this ball, fitting it in exactly where it needs to be. The receiver in the soft spot of the zone, low and away. Man, oh man, that's Robert Woods that time. Fantastic. And then here we go, just a strike over the middle of the field. Here we go, setting up the dink and dunks to take the top off the defense again later in the game. Genius offensive play calling. We get a 3rd and 5. Can Matthew Stafford pick up this crucial 3rd and 5 when they're only up 7 points at the 50-yard line? Of course they can. And it's Deshaun Jackson again, going 5 yards and then utilizing his speed to get him inside the 10-yard line. And now it's Matthew Stafford in the red zone from the 10-yard line, and he puts it right on. Boom, Cooper Kupp, and then Cooper Kupp, the great wide receiver that he is, stays in bounds to get the 2 yards for the touchdown. I mean, folks, how can you not watch this offense and say this is the best team I've ever seen? I don't know how you say that, folks. Jeez, how do you not see this? Fantastic ball right there. Great route. Stays in bounds, stays on his feet, dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Kupp. Folks, this offense, man, it rolls, man. It rolls. All right, here we go, 3rd and 8. Another kind of wide receiver screen. Matthew Stafford going sidearm to deliver the ball to Cooper Kupp. Play action pass, Matthew Stafford, boom, 15, 20 yards, Cooper Kupp, hitch route, bingo, bango, completion. What else is new? Matthew Stafford in Bucs territory, out route there by Cooper Kupp in the reverse spin, boom, and it gets open. Doesn't really take advantage of it, but it's still a nice move there by Cooper Kupp. All right, another wide receiver screen right here. We'll watch one more play. We got one more play here. All right, last one here by Matthew Stafford. And once again, just kind of a quick throw there on 3rd down. Looks to be a little bit of an option here. Matthew Stafford can either hand off this ball on 3rd and 2, or if the corner crashes down, he can throw wide open to a wide open receiver for the 1st down. And that's what Matthew Stafford does. He's cerebral. He's smart. He knows situation football. And man, oh man. So everything, folks, the offense here of the Rams, folks. The offense here of the Rams is absolutely magnificent. Alrighty, so that's our weekly Rams, and we've got one more game to quickly look at, and that is the Ravens and the Lions, folks. So here we go. What do we want to look for here? We got a couple of plays queued up here, and we've got all of Marquise Hollywood Browns drops right here, because this is what's hurting this Ravens team immensely out here. Marquise Brown getting wide open down the field, which is great, but then him not catching the ball. And, this Ravens team have won the last 2 games close. What did they beat the Chiefs by 1 or 2 points? They beat this Lions team by 1 or 2 points. They lost the first game in overtime. So there is a potential here that this Ravens team starts out to an 0-3 start because the offensive weapons are not helping out Lamar Jackson, who's literally the only focal point here offensively for this Ravens team. So Marquise Brown, all the drops right here. 4 drops in this game. Absolutely trashed. So we've got all the incompletions. Marquise Brown, 7 targets, only 3 receptions for 53 yards. But let's see what they were looking like. Are they all his fault? Well, let's take a little bit of a deeper look. Now, luckily for this Ravens team, that their rookie wide receiver Rashad Bateman is back in practice off of IR. So this is a nice, good thing because they cannot rely on Marquise Brown anymore. It's unfortunate, but they need to get rid of him. He's not getting it done. He's a nice speedster out there, which is great, but in the deep ball, he's a liability. They have to, obviously, we like Sammy Watkins. He's great for that, and hopefully Rashad Bateman can be great for that deep ball as well. All right, but let's go back to the highlights here. Here we go. The first drop is going to come 0-0 here. Let's see how it looks. Here we go. 2nd and 10, 0-0 game. Ravens in the Lions territory at their own 25-yard line. Here we go. Hollywood Brown, drop ball here. Let's see how. Play action pass by Lamar Jackson. All day to throw. Launches deep over the middle of the field in the end zone, and it's incomplete. And this is why Hollywood Brown needs to learn to catch the ball with your hands. Go up and catch this ball. He tries to just catch this ball in his body, and it just goes right off of his hands. Lackadaisical. This is an easy catch. It hits him right in the hands, but the no concentration right here, and it's just a drop. This is a beautiful ball, very well thrown, and it should have been caught because it was right on the money, right in his hands. Just not focusing on the ball, not concentrating on the ball. If you want to kind of use this excuse for why he dropped the ball, it was because, the corner's hands maybe blocked vision right here. This ball does kind of go right before this defender's hands, so maybe he lost it in that, but you're a deep ball wide receiver. You cannot be not tracking in the ball because there's commotion and distractions all around him. So come on, got to catch this ball right here. You could have went up 7-0 on this pass right here. Once again, close games here. Ravens blowing some big shots down the field, some big play opportunities. So gotta be better out here, man. Gotta get it going. So that's the first one. All right, next drop comes. What play is this? Is this the play? No, we just got to go to the play. All right, so here we go. Next play up here of a drop. It's coming in the second quarter. We get 11:50, so let's cue up this play. Here we go. Okay, is this not? I thought this was queued up. Interesting. 11:50. What is this one? Okay. Rashad. Okay, so let's see if we can cue this up quickly. 11:02 in the second quarter. Thought I had it queued up. What is this play? Let's go to a different one then. We'll come back to this one. All right, another drop here by Marquise Brown. Here we go. Lamar Jackson. They're only up 2 points here, 16-14. Anybody's game. 5 minutes left, and Lamar Jackson's gonna throw a pick here. Bad job here by Marquise Brown. He was targeted, but he doesn't really kind of fight back for the ball right here. Lamar Jackson throws a real bad pick. Real arid throw. Rashad Bateman not really fighting back for this ball. Once again, not really lackadaisical. Marquise Brown looking a little lackadaisical out here, so he's not getting it done. Bad throw there by Lamar Jackson, but still, what about a little bit of a fight back, a little bit of aggressiveness here by Marquise Brown, and we're just not getting that. Alrighty. Next drop is going to come right here. What do we got? 41 seconds left. This one we can watch, no? Here we go. All right, here we go. Another drop here by Marquise Hollywood Brown here. Let's see how this one's looking. Here we go. 3rd and 7. They're up 10. Trying to do something right before halftime. 3rd and 7 from midfield. Lamar Jackson going deep, and he's wide open and literally right off of his hands, folks. Absolutely abysmal out here. Costing his team points. That's 7 more points right before halftime. Unfortunately, they have to come away with no points. So instead of a guaranteed going into halftime 17-0, truly kind of putting away the game, closing the door, he drops the wide open pass and it's incomplete, and they go into halftime just up 10-0. So Marquise Brown, folks, not getting it done, not being clutch, not being the great receiver here that he needed to truly step in, because you lost Rashad Bateman real early on in the season. I don't even think he played a game, and you're already not that deep at wide receiver. So Marquise Brown, man, unreliable out here, not getting it done. And until that changes, we can't buy this man. Alrighty, folks, how great was that? We made it through the entire show, and we don't even have to carry anything over into tomorrow's show. How great is that? So that is our Wednesday film study. We are back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, when we predict and react to the Week 4 lines. Now that we've looked at everything, we can finally kind of put a nice kind of bow on Week 3 and start talking about Week 4. So we do that tomorrow on the show. Hopefully you'll join us. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern. Hopefully we'll see you there. So